Hey, first grade art friends. We're going to let our birds dry for this week, and then I'm going to fire them, and I'll send them back to you, and you're going to be glazing them and doing some fun things with them. But while we wait for that to happen, we are going to be drawing this week. We're going to be focusing on above the garden and below the garden. So what is below the soil and what is above the soil. So if you guys want to grab, I sent home some drawing paper for you. And then if you also want to grab, I have two drawing sheets. One is vegetables that grow under the soil, and then another sheet that has vegetables that grow above the soil. Okay? So, and then you're just going to need a pencil. So if you want to go grab that, and then we'll get started. All right, guys. So we're going to get started drawing. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to draw a line across the kind of the middle of our piece of paper, all right, with our pencil. And this is going to be the line where below this line is going to be what grows below the soil, and then above this line is what grows above the soil, okay? And so what we can do first is let's maybe talk about some of the vegetables on here that grow below the soil, okay? And how about to start, I will show you guys, and you can sort of design your own garden, so you can kind of pick and choose which vegetables you might like to include in your garden. And I'll start here with this beet. And to draw the beet, we're just going to, and it may stick up a little bit above the soil, but we're just going to start by drawing, I'm going to draw a curve sort of here, and then it kind of comes down like that. And then I'm just going to come around and then kind of come down like that. So there's my beet, all right? And then there's kind of like some curved lines that kind of go around the side of the beet. And then from the beet, there are some roots that extend down like that. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a really fun and easy strategy to draw leaves. And what you can do is you're going to draw, we're going to start here at the top where we're going to draw a curved line over to the right. We're going to draw a curved line over to the left. And then we're going to draw a curved line up. All right? So those are our three main lines. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take our pencil, and what we can do is we're just going to make some wavy lines around that line like that. And there we have a leaf. And then we're going to start and do the same thing on this one where we're just kind of going, and it kind of reminds us of the organic shapes that we drew for our monster. And a lot of the word organic means living, and so a lot of organic shapes remind us of things we find in nature. So I'm just kind of waving around like that. So there are my three leaves on the top of my beet plant. And then what I can do is I can go back and I can add some diagonal lines, kind of staggered here like this. And then I can even add some more. And these are the veins of the leaf, like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. We have one kind of coming up like that. And we got some going like this. And then we got some right here. Okay, so there is my first vegetable that is growing below the soil. Okay, and I can erase just this part of the line right here, like that. Okay, so there's vegetable number one. Now you may say, all right, well, maybe I want to try something that grows above the soil. So on the other worksheet that I gave you guys, I have some things like tomato plants and corn and lettuce and broccoli that grow above the soil. All right. So broccoli is kind of a fun thing because broccoli is kind of like a tree. So what we can do is, again, I'm going to start with just sort of, I'm going to think about drawing a line that goes kind of up and over like that. And I'm going to come down like that. And I'm going to come up like that. Down. And then I have some coming over there like that. And so there's kind of my stalk that my broccoli is growing on. And then there's a big kind of root that kind of comes down like this. And just drawing some kind of curvy lines like that. And then I'm just going to draw some more roots of this plant. And the roots are what take up the nutrients from the soil and the water, and then they carry them up into the plant. And then what I can do is for the broccoli's kind of fun because it just has like these little, so it's like you're just making these little kind of curvy lines like that, and they can overlap. So like maybe that one is over top of that one, and then I'm just kind of curving around like that. And then I've got another one right here. Like that. And then maybe there's one here that's kind of behind. And then I can also draw some more stalks coming up. And maybe there's some broccoli growing behind there like that. And then I can also just kind of draw some lines to give it a little more interest. Like that. And then for the broccoli leaves, I'm just going to kind of go like that and around. And there's one. And then maybe I'm going to draw another one. I'm just kind of going like that. And around like that. And then maybe I'll have one more big one kind of coming up. So you're just taking your line for a walk, and there's sort of my veins coming up. Now the fun thing about broccoli is broccoli has all these little tiny circles. I'm just kind of drawing all those little circles that kind of give the broccoli. I'm just making lots and lots of little circles. All right. And then you can just keep going. So you can decide, maybe you want to draw now you want to maybe draw a vegetable that grows below the soil. So you choose another vegetable from the worksheet. And you can just work your way across until you get to the end, okay? And so step 1 this week will be drawing the vegetables, and you'll have drawing either some that are below and some that are above. And then after you finish your drawing, next week I will show you step number 2. Hey guys, so I have my garden finished where I have some vegetables growing above and below the soil. And there's one other fun thing you could think about too drawing is if you want to think about there are other things that are going on below the soil. So for example, there are little bugs that have underground tunnels. So maybe you want to draw, you could draw some underground little tunnels where bugs might be traveling. So I'm making maybe there's some got some ants going on and down there. So you could draw some little underground tunnel passageways, and then you could also think about what's going on up here. Maybe there are some, maybe there's like a butterfly. That's flying around in the garden, or maybe there's a bee. So you could have fun drawing some bugs and things going on. And then once you finish your drawing, we're gonna just set it aside for next week. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And I will look forward to talking to you guys on Tuesday. Have a great week.